Space. It is truly the final frontier. This documentary will bring up the question of if we are truly alone in the universe. And if not, what we can possibly do about it. The world is a big place, but compared to the universe, it is a speck of dust among a sandstorm. Sightings of unidentified objects have only risen in number over the last few years exponentially. These are some of the accounts of some recent occurrences of supernatural or almost surreal encounters.
Well, last week, I went to a museum with my son, and I was telling him the story of when I lived in New York. And I was in the car with my sister. I was driving, and we saw these 3 large lights in the sky. And there was an object with them. It was round. So I pulled the car over and parked it on the side of the road. We both got out, and it was over an apple orchard, and we followed it. We followed it pretty deep, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. We were pretty scared, so we ran back to the car, got back in, went home, and the next morning I heard it on the radio. Someone else had seen the same thing, so I called in, told them my own experience, and then they called the airport. There were no planes in the area that night. Apparently 28 other people saw the same thing that I did. And what's crazy is we were at the museum and there was a photo, the exact same thing, exact date, and it pretty much freaked me and my son out, and that's that.
Should it ever occur that an alien race were to communicate with the human race, there are so many possibilities that could happen that naming them all would be impossible. Meeting a race with any understanding of our social qualities would be outstanding.
Thank you for this opportunity, for letting me speak about this that I don't really talk about anymore because people don't believe me. There's not much to say except I saw what I saw in the sky, really, really high. I saw a UFO just up there, and it was real. I was alone, it was dark, and I saw an alien, but it vanished. And then the next day, I see this weird flying UFO again, but I knew it wasn't a plane because of the way it was flying. It was just odd. But I promise you, I saw what I saw, and I saw an alien. Next day I saw a UFO.
And would be one possibility out of a million. The best possible outcome would be to come in contact with a race that would either love to study, trade, or would even love to teach. But at the same time, just as likely an outcome would be to come in contact with a being or beings of immense power and a craving for domination or destruction. We, as a human race, also could all wake up one day to a quote-unquote Death Star-like object hovering above our planet pointing down on top of us. The end of our world. But another contact could be from within our own ranks, a form of quote-unquote Superman of our very own. There are so many outcomes of alien contact. From conquering warlords to empires to supermen, in the end there is no telling what could possibly happen. And no matter what kind of weapon we create here on Earth, there is no hope for defeating a quote-unquote Death Star or Darkseid-like being anytime soon. The best and only thing we could possibly do is survive, and to do that we need to expand our reach. Populate other worlds, live to fight another day after meeting our enemy for the first time if they ever turn out to be our enemies in the first place. And never reveal any other planets to any other alien race. Deception can be found in any species looking for domination. And in the end, the only thing we can do is hope for the best possible outcome, and pray that no evil empire out there has our number.